Hello, everybody. Welcome to my Let's Play of All New Vegas. This is Arcade Craig here, along with Petrie and boy Rex there is looking at us lovingly. The rest of our crew here with Willow and Russell and Arcade, and we're right outside of, as you can see, all the lovely vegetation going on right outside of Vault 22, where some of the things that I did notice that picked up that I wasn't sure about. This was one of the things that Keely Lady, that Gold scientist, was telling us about. So I believe this, and this will go to a cook in um, the main NCR base. We'll be eventually looking to hand that off, maybe. And this one here, I was thinking it was something that, for whatever reason, I was thinking Keely was going to ask us to go get something else. I think, obviously, if you haven't downloaded that data, she asked you to go get it. But for some reason, I thought this might have been as well. But this is going to be something that the Brotherhood of Steel is going to want. So we've got that all taken care of as well. But for now, we're going to be looking to help out our, well, like I said, our buddy here, Rex. Yep. We'll be helping you out. And then Russell. Russell's, I think it's just gonna be a quick stop and talk to someone named Handley or Headley. What's There we go, Handley. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that. And that's just we're gonna have to go about make our way there. Oh, and I think when I was I think one of the reasons possibly of why I kept dying, well, besides my gaming skills suck. Besides that, I think that it hurt that. Well, look at my health. My health is only ever. I didn't pay attention to that, and so yeah, I need to up my health. So, it seems like I do remember going into that room that I was doing it at, and even though I'd get caught on fire. Oh Lord, holy hell! Here we go again. Oof. Even though I got caught on fire and knocked down before, it seems like I remember surviving that, but still barely health, but surviving it. So maybe if I'd had full health right then, I would have survived. But at any rate, by failing so many times, I found that new place where it's a lot easier to do. Just get my crew maybe just standing there with me so they didn't all get knocked out. But kill the nasty beef. Yeah, buddy.
Whoa, that was a workout, wasn't it?
Say so. And I did see her in that one video. Was it the last video? She was firing, but only seen her that one time doing it. So it's kind of gonna be hit or miss, I guess, with her when she. Oof, I've clean. That is some creepy shit, boy. Up, I hear wings. Yes, I do. I heard them fluttering. Oof, did we get hit? I think we did. Bloody hell. Yep, yep, we're poisoned. Anytime the rest of you guys want to take some shots, though, go ahead. Oh, man. Got another one? Holy hell. This is a hot zone for Castadors, huh? Gonna have to take care of that poison here in just a sec. Oh, man. Yeah, it's, you know, 90, no, it's at 0. No, wait. It is at 95, huh? It was at 10 is at 0. Okay. Damn. Yeah, thanks, Big MT, for creating these nasty buggers. Yeah, good job, team. Man. Alright, let's take some anti-venom. We'll get a save. Continue on our way. I need more of that. Okay, let's get a quick save. Continue our pass. Black wasp. Never seen a wasp in real life. Well, I don't think there's too many in the areas I've lived in. Um, but also,
It's
like
quiet in the Mojave. You know, some places you go, it's noisy. There's more birds, plants, animals, and they all make noise. I like the peace here.
no, I'm one that definitely likes quiet. Other than the buzzing of those nasty ass wasps and castors, I'd agree with you though. That looked like it might be something over here. Now we got another place that we aren't gonna go into right now, but maybe this is again probably from the World of Pain mod. So much to discover. I definitely would like to and want to, but I won't be able to hit them all up. Yeah, due to my vision, though, I have trouble even just seeing a regular bee. Um, it has to be really close to me for order to me to see it, and then let's just go and see what that is. And then bumblebees, although it's very rare, I have obviously a much easier time of seeing them as they're pretty large, aren't they? What is this place? So is this always here then? Followers safe house? Is that if I join the followers, do they allow you to enter this place? I don't ever remember seeing it. Or is that part of a mod too? Or is that base game? I'm gonna guess that it's base game, but I just never noticed it. I could obviously be very wrong there. I know isn't there not typically castadors around that too? Good old big empty man. They created all kinds of atrocities, monstrosities. In fact, we'll be doing some here for is it Lilith? Is that her name? Or Lily? They'll be wanting us to take care of those. Oh God, what are they called? Or part rattlesnake, part like coyote or something. Yeah, I don't know what to call. When we find out, they go invisible. This is the way, right? I think we're gonna go around and over, I believe. Yep, we're on the right path. Isn't it too somewhere over in somewhere in this area where you can find aliens? Might even just be right over there. So maybe on our way back we'll kind of go investigate up that way, just out of curiosity. Keep feeling an urge to go look over there. But we'll see what all this entails, what they have us doing. Night stalkers, is that what those one creatures are called that I was thinking of? I think so. Okay, just don't need to mess with the bulls. I'll leave you guys be. You ain't bothering us, we're not gonna bother you. I'll see right here, it does sound awful, like peaceful and quiet. Funny use of English language though, ain't it? Using awful in that sense, meaning great, like a lot. Awful quiet, quiet. But like why awful? That kind of makes me always kind of trip out too on the expression of something being pretty awful and awful pretty. How they have complete opposite meanings by just flipping them around. She sure is awful pretty. She's pretty awful. Like, that's complete opposite of what you're saying. English is a fascinating language, man. But I absolutely love language. I always excelled in English class, literature, and those type of things. I was horrific at math. Very basic math is all I know. So um, brag and say I was great genius and what hardly, but English class literature it came very natural and easy for me. You bastard. So I think that's probably why it helped me a great deal to actually eventually teach myself Spanish. Become fluent in it was probably because I excelled it in that area. Although I will tell you, I think Spanish is a lot easier to learn than English probably is. I think. Not saying it's easy because it's not.
I'm hungry. Oh, that's all I talk about, huh? Food? I guess I should talk about something else once in a while. But I like food. A lot.
I like food too. Food's everyone likes good food, of course, and I do as well. Who doesn't, right? I don't really talk too much about food myself, but I mean, I don't like cooking. I don't mind eating good food, that's for sure. Maybe I'll make our way from this side. Again. But yeah, Spanish. What really helps with Spanish and learn it is well, there was a book that I bought that really helped me greatly. I'll have to look up its name and find it so I can tell you guys maybe in the next video. But the way it really helped in showing how much English and Spanish have in common, much more than you realize. Mainly due to their shared roots with Latin.
Any chance you could fix me up with a badass cybernetic eyeball?
I've got one of those badass cybernetic eyeballs, so and he does cybernetic surgery, so yeah, I'm sure he could hook you up, man.
This area isn't safe for civilians. You don't want to get caught by the Great Khans.
What do you know about the Great Khans? I've had dealings with them. First one not great at all. They tried to kill me, but and we had our negotiations. It went well enough, I guess. But what do you know about them?
Tough, independent, and as ruthless as they come. They're holed up in Red Rock Canyon, and it's this station's
Oh yeah.
job to keep an eye on them.
All right. That's probably a good idea. So that's what you're doing out here?
Keeping watch on the Great Khans, mostly. They usually stick around Red Rock Canyon, but at least one large group left recently. We called it in,
All right.
but haven't heard anything about any Great Khan incidents. Whatever they're doing, they're keeping a low profile.
All right. We'll keep
Be
an eye out.
careful out there.
Yeah, we'll see. Peter's main ire, he not pleased with the Great Khans, and they took part in that, obviously, but is with Benny. He's the one that pulled the trigger. They were just the goons that were along with them. There we go. I take it you're Handley.
What is it?
Guy named Vickers said you could help us locate Chola. That's what I'm guessing now that maybe is. Oh, we'll locate Chola Mountain.
A guy, huh? Wait, that isn't Russell I see with you. Is it? Shit,
Yep.
it is. Ugly as ever. Wait,
Indeed.
what the hell do y'all want with Chola Mountain?
Oh, we'll just be straight up with them. We need the info, so whether this discourages him from telling it or not, hard to say, but best policy probably is be forthright. So we need to speak with Hendershot about a man named Glanton. We're we're pursuing a bounty on him.
I'm happy to help you and Russell, but I hope you know what you're getting into. I typically make a point to talk prospectors out of going there.
All right.
Chola Mountain was a pre-war disposal site for nuclear waste, with miles of underground tunnels. It's not far from the Divide, actually. Thing is, that place has always been brimming with radiation, and therefore ghouls. Hordes of them, from what I hear. On top of that, Hendershot's a paranoid nutjob who doesn't like unexpected guests. Honestly, I don't know anyone who's come back from there. If I can't dissuade you, here's the spot on your map. Only reason I'm telling you is because I know who Glenn is, and I hope you catch him. Of course, I'm obligated to help a fellow ranger. You and Russell are always welcome here. Be safe in there and watch your ass.
All right. So you and Russell were in the Desert Rangers together?
Yeah, humped a lot of miles together. Fought the same Legion fucks. Saved each other's lives at least twice. Wasn't bound to last, though. I can't blame him for not going along with the treaty. We all lost something that day. I and a lot of other Rangers lost our identities, and Russell, who I can see is seething over this topic, lost his family.
Ah,
Sorry,
damn.
brother.
Yeah, he hasn't been too forthcoming with us about his story yet. We haven't pried too hard either because we're still just getting to know him. But what's it like being in the NCR as opposed to the Desert Rangers?
I hate dealing with the pogues and shitbirds, but at least we have manpower backing us up. The Rangers are solid, no question about it. Would I prefer to be a Desert Ranger? Maybe. Would I rather be a part of something that can kick the shit out of Caesar's Legion? Definitely.
Yeah. All right. So why'd you join the NCR? Why not walk away like Russell did?
The Desert Rangers were a brotherhood, just like the NCR Rangers today. The banner changed, but the fight was basically the same. None of us thought any less of Russell for walking away. Some of the guys respected it, and a handful joined him. It's a hard thing to break ranks with your brothers and sisters in arms. I couldn't stand the thought of letting them fight without me.
I hear you.
Hello?
What
You
is
say
it?
anything more, T?
Oh.
Nope, that was it. All right.
If you'd have told me that Handley would end up a loyal citizen of the NCR,
Yeah.
I'd have told you to stop using chems.
Yeah.
Handley hated the NCR back when the treaty was signed. I thought he might leave with me. I guess time wearing their uniform changed things.
I like that first line. That's pretty nice. We'll see what else you got to say there. Seems like a guy. No, I don't think that's necessarily it. I mean, who knows? I've just barely spoke with the guy, but my read on him is maybe he's being practical, but I think too perspectives can change with as circumstances change so easily. May have a strongly held belief in something, but as circumstances and things play out, it change your view on it. I've had it happen to me with some things, and life can definitely change your views, make you see things a lot differently. So I've never heard it expressed this way, but I like it. Life is water, not stone. People change with circumstances.
What kind of philosophical crap is
Mm-hmm.
that?
He's not
Water
buying
and
it.
stones? Really?
Yep. Yep.
I get your point, though. If you get too entrenched, Tom will pass you by. I've always been a little hard on some of the guys who went NCR, which was most of them, but still. Maybe I shouldn't judge them so much.
Yeah. Maybe not, Russ. I mean, I hear you. That it's, and if you're gonna stay in your ways, you might, but may gain a new perspective as well. We'll see. But yeah, I should have known he wouldn't be a big fan of the philosophical type of take on it. But that's all right. Let's see if he's got anything new to say.
What's up?
I'd like to ask you something.
Like what?
We'll still hold off on asking about it. What's wrong with your face? Um, where'd you grow up at?
Does it matter? Shit, okay. I was born a tribal, if you can believe it. One of the Fredonians near the Grand Canyon. Don't remember too much, other than my mother. Some of the men teaching me a few things here and there. Some of the language. I do remember the trees, their smell, the cool air up on the rim. People forget how different it is up at the higher elevations. It all ended when the Legion showed up, though. Like a bad dream or something. They just
I can
erased
imagine.
the Fredonians from history.
Damn.
I couldn't have been more than 3 or 4 when they took me.
Hmm.
Made me a slave. Got sold to a centurion.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was my upbringing. I suppose you could call me the last of the Fredonians. Pretty fucking corny, huh?
That's rough, man. That's a lot on your shoulders too, and what a thing to endure. I'm sorry, man. Ask anything else there.
Like what?
Um, I've never been to the Grand Canyon, man. I absolutely would love to. It's Well, images I've ever seen. It just looks so phenomenal, like it's breathtaking. Hopefully someday I can. My parents lived in Arizona for a little while, but I never made it over there during the time that they lived there. I think it might have been like, I don't know, I guess 3 or 4 years that they lived over there. They liked it, but the heat was just unbearable. But the place they lived in it didn't have air conditioning. It had a swamp cooler or something like that, and it didn't work all that great. So they were just cooking inside there. So, you never thought about going back to the Grand Canyon? Stay in your homeland? Well, overran by Legion now, ain't it?
There's nothing left to see. All of it is under Legion control anyway.
Yeah.
I've never deluded myself into thinking I might stand on the rim again. No, Vegas is my home now. It's just pretty enough to make me forget the ugliness that's always lurking underneath. Sort of like a hooker.
All right, let's get going.
Lead on.
Look to talk to him more as we go. The area, well, let's see what it shows on the map where his next bit is. Is it? Well, they said it was near the divide, which is out this way, ain't it? Canyon wreckage. I think that's the way to go there. Oh no, but it seems like it is, like they talked about, it is big. So once eventually we get into going in there, that'll, who knows, that may
This
be a
wouldn't
couple
bad
videos
duty
long.
Station. Beats roasting down by the river, waiting to get bushwhacked by the Legion.
This will be a terrific
Patrolling
spot.
the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Yeah, I guess so.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Hello.
Hello.
You're here for the money. I told the Emeritus I was good for it. I
What?
just need more time.
I think we could do that, but that would be really dirty. What happened between you and the Emeritus?
I talked to the cashier at Gamora into forwarding me some chips. I was convinced I was due for a hot streak.
No.
It didn't go so well. The Emeritus were nice and said they'd give me some time to pay them back.
Oof.
They also said if they had to talk to me about my debt again, they wouldn't be nice the next time.
Man, you're gonna want to find a way to pay that back. Or get the hell out of Dodge, change your identity. I don't know, but I ain't gonna throw that on this person's face. That's what do you do here?
I operate the radio and call it in if we see any great cons moving out in large groups from Red Rock Canyon.
All right, got you around.
Watch out for great cons.
Yeah, we'll see. Now, why can we take that, but the other one is stealing? I'm gonna get safe. Or, I mean, if it does, it does, but that seems weird though. Like, why was that one okay? I guess they were just offering that, saying, hey, if you want to, go for it. But you ain't getting 2 magazines. You could have 1.
Swift and silent.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're gonna take your stim pack. Petrio sticky fingers. Yeah, getting know this one here, Arcade?
Hey, welcome aboard.
Welcome, dude, don't just stare, man. That could be kind of creepy. Go ahead and just introduce yourself. Say something. Say hello. All right. Well, obviously quite dark. Let's see about our night vision.
Hey.
That certainly helps. So we get in the bright light, but this will do for now. Okay, so instead of doing Russell's quest, so we're not going to be doing that just now. That will take some time, but we eventually will get to that. For now, what we're going to be looking to do is heading to do that one. Oh no, yeah, that obviously we'll be doing that, just not right now. Yeah, that's one we're looking to. We're heading to Jacobstown. So
Hello.
hello. Okay. How many feet? Oh damn, we still got a distance. All right. Yeah, this would be a terrific spot to be, man. Oh, that, are you kidding me? I'd love to be in this area. I mean, next to the river would certainly be nice as well, but um, yeah, bastard, you got me. But I got you back. I mean, obviously though, like you'd really have to be vigilant about your surroundings, as you'd probably get ambushed like quite easy as they're in that little canyon, that little area. If they got above them an opposing force, they could really mess them up. As long as you got strong enough force to actually be keeping a lookout, it might be a pretty awesome place to be camped out at.
I'm sneaking up behind a gecko, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm about to break cover when suddenly a deathclaw runs up and grabs
Oh
it.
shit!
I swear, I peed my pants.
I don't blame you there. That Deathclaw could scare the living shit out of you. That one just scared the piss out of you, but it could probably scare the shit out of you as well. Deathclaws would be terrifying. Us will eventually make our way there to, what is that, Sloan? They're infested over there, that quarry. Someday make our way there. Man, this is highly infested with these mantis. Is the plural of mantises, or is it something else? Manti or something. Praying manti. I don't know. Oh, what up? Oh shit, what are we doing? That's not fighting one of our crew, is it? Oh, I was fighting that one. Alright. Now, we'll let nature play its course then. We're not getting involved. Obviously, I think the bull has a pretty good chance of winning that fight. I know there's a snow globe here. I think it's in the lobby. I believe. Memory serves me right. Alright, let's get a save here. We're about to talk to a very kind gentleman. I think he's from one of the first game or second game. Not. He's definitely a little intimidated here that these guys are
Welcome
buff
to
dudes,
Jacobstown,
man.
human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself.
Okay.
They're
Or
not
not.
popular around here.
Yeah, no worries. I'm looking for a Dr. Henry.
Doc's inside the lodge.
Okay. And so why do some of the super mutants around here just like the NCR?
A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans. Goes back years. Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but they try. Legion?
They do.
That's another story.
Yeah. Have I heard it was Marcus? Was he a companion in one of the games? But I like him. He's a cool dude. So what do you know about the Legion?
Caesar thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Caesar, not Caesar's ideals. When he's gone, it'll crumble. Might not happen overnight. Might take a few decades, but it'll happen. Basic human nature. Greed, ambition, jealousy. We'll see to it.
Yeah, I've not watched the TV show, but I've heard in season 2, which does take place in the Vegas area, I believe. Caesar has deceased, and then like I think that no one wanted to really, from what I've heard, um, touch his body or do anything, but to read his will or whatever. And I think they finally did. And as I said, this is a spoiler. Rich Let's Play, even with talking about that and the things I've heard. But basically, he said, "To hell with all you like he's kind of talking about it dies with me." And so they were already kind of fractured, is my understanding. But I know Macaulay Culkin plays one of the leaders within it, I think. But I've heard a lot of people say they did uh, the Legion in Caesar a lot of disservice to the character from this game. People were saying, I mean, obviously the Legion's evil is, oh hell, all right. So, but what's brilliant about this game and their depiction of Caesar is he's not an idiot. He's not a mustache twirling bad guy. Like he's educated. He's highly intelligent, obviously competent, charismatic, um, evil nonetheless. He is, but there's just a lot there though, and it's my understanding though what they did with the Legion is a lot of people aren't too happy with it. And what makes NCR too ambitious? Petrie already knows about this, but we'll get Marcus here's perspective.
They expand fast. If you got land they want, they'll take it eventually. Did it out west, they'll do it here. They keep rolling over people. They'll regret it. That's how revolutions start.
Yeah, indeed. And I think I've heard that too. That the NCR and the second season also has like been diminished to almost nothing there. How true that is. This is what I've been hearing. Is there anything else you can tell me about the NCR?
Seen them grow from a single town, Shady Sands, into the Republic. They've done good for the most part.
Do you have any dealings at all with New Vegas?
Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the wasteland. Never been there myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in. Amazes me people would come from all over the waste to throw away everything they've got in that town.
Yeah, gambling's a lot of fun, man. I was never a big time gambler, but I enjoyed playing the slot machines a lot. I really do love playing poker and blackjack. Like I used to play it a lot amongst my friends, my mates, and we'd have some beers and partying and doing that. Like we had so much fun, but I've never actually sat at a table in a casino and done it because I've just always kind of felt a little bit intimidated to try it. And I also like I don't know the etiquette with playing blackjack about because I know there is etiquette when people are sitting with you when you take a hit. If you take a hit when people think you shouldn't have or split or do it, things that you can piss other people off. And I don't know that, like I said, the proper etiquette of how to do that. I wouldn't want to piss other people off, man. But let's talk about something else.
All right.
So what's wrong with the night? With the Nightkin?
Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. One of the reasons I settled Jacobstown was so they could be cured. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well.
All right. Are there any rules I need to know about?
Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or steal anything.
Ooh,
We'll treat you fair. Not a lot to ask.
Yeah, well, Peter ain't gonna tell you, but no promise about the stealing. I have some questions about Jacobtown.
Such as?
What's the history of this place?
Was a resort pre-war. I renamed it to Jacobstown after an old friend. Died a long time ago. I figured us mutants needed a place to call our own. Town's far enough away from humans so they don't bother us much. One of these days I'm hoping we can trade with the rest of the wasteland. No more fighting, just get along.
And that's, man, I gotta say though, I do really like the depiction of super mutants here in this game far better than in Fallout 3 or Fallout 4. Like they aren't just brutes. And that was my understanding of how they kind of were in the first and second game. They were there were brutes and like that, but they were also highly intelligent. Marcus is seems like the epitome of that. He's seems like obviously a highly intelligent being and rational. The guy Fallout 3 but I have a lot of love for Fallout 3. It has its flaws, and a lot of them pretty big flaws. But and as does this game. But in fact, I've never played a game that doesn't have its flaws. But it also has its virtues. It has its character, and I like it quite a bit. I think Fallout 3 is what introduced me to this world, and I do love it. Like I said, there are some things I certainly not a big fan of, and the super mutants only being brutes is one of them. And so, how does this town support itself?
Bighorners. Good eating.
Hmm.
And we can trade the hides. Got a lot of wild ones around here, so it's easy to restock the herd.
Yeah, we've seen that. Let's see if we can ask him still some more about.
Was a resort pre-war.
Does this lead to any other questions though? No. Okay, so I'd like to know about you.
Was part of a super mutant army. Ran a town, walked the wasteland with the tribal.
There you go.
Now I'm here.
Yeah. Super mutant army.
Long story, so here's the short version. The Master created the super mutants and Nightkin. The Master thought he could unify everyone. No more differences, no more war. Didn't end well.
Yeah, I've seen the ending of that and how you can convince him about the wrong path he was going on, and it's pretty awesome, right? Of what I've seen. But you have to have found these answers to come to this and be able to present it that super mutants are sterile, and so you have to eventually demonstrate that to him and show him that what he thinks he's creating a super race that's doomed to fail. You were a mayor?
Town was Broken Hills. Bunch of super mutants, humans, and ghouls all living together peacefully.
Nice.
Well, most of the time.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell me more about the tribal? I imagine that's the player character.
We were looking for a Gek to save the village of Arroyo. Eventually, we did. Nuked an oil rig in the process. We went separate ways after that. I went east into the Rockies, looking for other mutants like myself. Don't know what happened to my friend. I got a feeling it turned out all right in the end.
Mm-hmm. That's so cool, man.
All right.
Yeah, it's nice how they tied that into here.
See you.
See you around, bud. Say anything more to him?
Something on your mind?
No.
See you.
See you. This is a really nice place, man. Definitely would be a terrific resort to go to. I've never been to a resort in my life, but and here, of course, is Lily with her pretty tragic story when you hear about how, of course, she's suffering from schizophrenia and she only has little tiny bits of memory of her grandkids.
Jimmy, little Jimmy, my, how you're grown up. So good of you to come visit your grandma.
Who's Jimmy?
Oh, Jimmy, don't you go being silly now. Come over here and give your grandma some sugar.
Yeah, I think you might have me confused with someone else.
Of course I have, dearie. How silly of me. I didn't take my medicine yet today. How can I help you?
And yeah, that becomes a big part of her character. You play the game, and you can determine whether she goes completely off it, takes it in half dosages, or takes it as she should, and that will have effects on the person she becomes there, controlled. Because she has a kind of a split personality as well, a character that will come out that you won't be able to have too much control of. Oh, we'll see if we get through all that. Anyway, what do you do here in Jacobstown?
I watch over the bighorners. They're sweet, gentle creatures, but sometimes they get ornery, just like my grandkids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they tend to do. All right. Nice meeting you there, Lily.
Talk to you soon, dear.
Yeah, talk to you soon. Best of luck. All right.
I gotta admit, Chief, I'm jealous of the mutants living up here.
Yeah.
Secluded, cool climate. Reminds me of the North Rim when I was a kid.
Yeah, this would be pretty amazing spot to live in, man. No question about that. Well, probably it may be bright in here. We'll see if we have to turn off our night vision.
Another human. One was enough.
Oh boy. Did we try talking to a Nightkin?
Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you.
Who's the other human you mentioned?
Dr. Henry. He's one of you. Go speak with him instead of me.
We'll press our luck here. What do you do here?
I represent the Nightkin. Marcus may lead this town, but the Nightkin listen to what I have to say. Doesn't mean I don't respect Marcus for what he's trying to do. However, he doesn't truly understand the difficulties of being a Nightkin.
No. Why are the Nightkin here in Jacobstown?
The stealth boys we use have cumulative adverse effects on our minds. Jacobstown was supposed to be a sanctuary, a place to find a cure. Instead, we wait and wait. I'm sick of waiting.
Is that a new phenomenon that's taking place only in this game, or did that also, with the stealth boys and cause the schizophrenia, or was that also within the first two games? I'm a bit curious about that. Uh, and why does it affect super mutants that way? And does it have any side effects on humans if they use them long term or frequently? I mean, just a little bit curious about that. All right. And do you have a problem with humans?
Humans are always staring at things. We Nightkin don't like being stared at. Is uncomfortable.
No, that's fine. We won't do that then. We won't do that. Yeah, that's probably a lot of humans are uncomfortable with that as well.
It is different. Right now, I'm trying very hard to remain civil, and you're not making it easy with your incessant questions.
No, you done quite well though, so I appreciate it. Nice talking with you.
Finally.
As someone that's pretty antisocial myself, I get it, man. I understand. You won't be left alone. I'll go ahead and I don't have to steal this, but we'll see what it does for our bonuses perk. You've gained the not being seen perk. All right.
Maybe it's just me, but don't you want to walk right up to the Nightkin and stare right at them to see what they'll do?
I mean, if you want to press your luck at it, go for it, but might not be a good idea. Things could go pretty bad, maybe. We'll take a look at that perk here in just a sec. We kind of take a peek around. I don't know if we stir up real trouble if we go searching through here without having talking yet with Dr. Henry. He probably gives us
Do you ever wonder what it was like to come to a place like this before the Great War?
Oh, definitely. I'm sure Petrie definitely thinks about that. But when you see something like this, it's got to be a bit of a shock to see it. So much of the world's been destroyed, and here you find this place pretty well preserved, very peaceful. Not being seen. Let's see here. Permanently raised your sneak. Well, that's already. Well, was that 95? So that maybe just put us up in your melee skill by 5 points. So that's cool. Your observations of the night can also granted you 10% increase to your melee. All right. Okay, cool. And to our unarmed damage. That's melee is something we're going to be looking to gear towards. But yeah, I have a mod that allows us to go past 100. So yeah, we got some things that are boosting it even higher. See, our guns are at 104 as well. But yeah, we're going to keep working on our energy weapons. Of course, we want to get that eventually to 100. Medicine we will someday, but melee is one where I want to get it to at least 70 for one, so I can start using melee weapons. But also, I want to get that sword that's over there by Novak. Our repairs there, science is well past. So now, yeah, our sneak is now. We were at, I believe, 95. So or 96. We were somewhere around that range. Yeah, must have been 95. speech, obviously, we'll still work at. I'm not too concerned with unarmed. Um, but who knows? I have a mod installed that supposedly is going to allow us to level up to, I forgot what level I put it to, was 75 or something, maybe even 99, I don't remember, but so eventually we'll see if it allows for it, but survival I wouldn't mind, and of course barter, better pricing, like we'll get everything boosted up, but we do have things that are more of our main focus, immediate focus for now. Alright, let's go ahead and speak to this Dr. Henry, and as I say, there is someone, I believe Arcade knows him, or group they were all a part of, but we'll see as we go. We'll speak here with
Evening.
Calamity first. Evening.
Huh. I'd heard there were new people in town, but I thought it was more super mutants. Nice to meet you. I'm Calamity.
What do you do here, Calamity?
Most of the time, I'm Dr. Henry's research assistant. We're looking into ways to cure I'm also handy with tools. And once in a while I venture down into the valley to trade the big horner hides and meat for supplies.
Alright, so we'll see what she has for sale in just a second. Does anyone other than super mutants come up this way?
Prospectors looking for salvage, usually. They always run when they see the mutants.
Yeah, I bet.
The great cons come this way once in a while, but they keep their distance. I think they're mostly keeping an eye on us.
Yeah, you definitely do have an interesting name.
Thank you. Change names and jobs every decade or so just to keep things interesting. I picked Calamity this time because it sounded nice. Never really done much science stuff till now. I'm pretty good at it. Or so Dr. Henry tells me.
Nice. Yeah, it definitely would be an advantage of being a ghoul and living so long. You could definitely find yourself different careers and whole different life. Go and live and try out. But I actually kind of like the name Calamity. Obviously, it spells with something bad, but still, it does make for a nice name, I think. Let's see what you got for sale.
All right.
Got anything of interest, really? I just nice. We don't need our guns boosted. That can always be helpful. Barter, yeah, that could definitely be helpful. All right, so she sells quite a bit in terms of stim packs if we need them. I'll take a look later. All right, for now that's all. Maybe I'll sell some things and buy some stuff off for off camera later
Another
on.
satisfied customer.
Indeed.
Bye.
Goodbye. Nice to meet you there, Calamity. All right, let's speak to the good doctor here. Up, what we got there? That's gonna be a bear for Willow, I bet.
Brim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
Yeah, it should.
Evening.
Evening. You sound like no Bart.
I assume this is about something important. You're interrupting my research.
Sorry, man. What's it you're working on?
The Nightkin have varying degrees of mental instability due to their addiction to stealth boy use. I've been trying to come up with a cure. I'm currently investigating the local Night Stalker population, since they seem to have developed a natural stealth field. I've also gotten my hands on a working Stealth Boy Mark II prototype, but that experiment is riskier. I'd rather not pursue that research just yet.
And so why is the Stealth Boy Mark II riskier?
The stealth field has been modulated to use less power and thus last longer, but for some reason it has pronounced negative effects on the user. However, these pronounced effects will allow me to pinpoint exactly what parts of the brain they're affecting. Unfortunately, I'll need to run the test on a live subject, and Marcus has encouraged me to investigate the Night Stalker mutation first.
All right. Yeah, that's one of the questions I was previously wondering. Do Stealth Boys using them hurt humans?
It's possible, but I've yet to see any hard evidence or hear of any cases where humans were negatively affected.
Okay.
Its negative effects are more pronounced on Nightkin.
For whatever reason, huh? I mean, I think because he's a doctor and a scientist and he'd like to help, they're suffering. That's good on him. But we'll go ahead and ask him. So why are you helping the Nightkin?
Because Marcus asked me to, And because it's a reason for me to get up in the morning, I'd like to get one more grand accomplishment done.
Right on, man. So you're in it for the challenge. Not necessarily the noble ideals that I was espousing just a second ago, but I think part of that in beating that challenge or figuring it out is a noble endeavor, nevertheless. I wouldn't mind helping out, though. What would you need me to do?
I'm not convinced that the Night Stalker mutation is a natural one, and I need someone to investigate their lair for proof. Some of the super mutants have looked around as well, but they've come back empty-handed. Perhaps a pair of fresh eyes will have better luck. Lily might be interested in coming with you. She's lost a few of her bighorners to Night Stalker attacks, and would enjoy a little revenge.
Okay. I wonder what kind of mutations we're going to be finding in there when we with the monster mod. What kind of freaky Night Stalkers we might be coming across. We'll see. And what makes you think that Night Stalker mutation isn't natural?
I've compared the brain chemistry of a Nightkin to one of the local Night Stalkers we killed. They both exhibit similar neurochemical changes. Now, I'm not claiming that Night Stalkers are running around wearing stealth boys, mind you. I just don't think it's all a coincidence.
Yep, a big empty. I created that mess.
If we must.
Okay. And so, you're a scientist?
Yes, specializing in neuroscience, both human and canine. Of course, this lab is nothing compared to what I had when I was with the Enclave.
That's it, with the Enclave. Yep. So you were with the Enclave, huh?
Yes, but the leadership and I didn't see eye to eye, so I left. It was the right decision, since the Enclave's oil rig was destroyed not long after.
Yep, we just heard about that. Canine neuroscience.
Cyberdogs and the like. It's not a field I work in much anymore.
Well, have I got something for you?
If we must.
We must. I'll get to it, but I'm surprised to find another human here.
I prefer the solitude, and having a bunch of super mutants around tends to keep things safe and quiet.
Yeah, I don't think we've picked up anything other than that kinetic stuff, so we'll leave that be for now. But something's wrong with my cyber dog. I was told to come to you.
It's neural degradation. Biomed gel can only preserve a living brain for so long, so you'll need to find a replacement. I haven't left Jacobstown in years, but there was one woman in Novak, Gibson. I remember her living with a pack of hounds.
Old lady Gibson.
Aside from her, I know that the Fiends and Caesar's Legion fight alongside dogs. There could be viable specimens among them, if you can get to them.
Yeah, you'll have 3 choices there, and they... However it works, I can't imagine how swiping out a brain wouldn't change the entire personality of Rex there, but somehow it doesn't. He maintains being Rex, never even through this. But yeah, so yeah, we'll look at it, and each one of those offers a different ability for Rex, and also I think a different perk for you. But
yes.
I think we'll probably go with Old Lady Gibson. It's pretty dark, man. And she takes out one of her old dogs, but yeah, we'll go ahead and probably do that. But we'll see what we end up doing. There we go. There's one of the Night Stalkers there. What we got here? Oh, but that's stealing, is it? What kind is it? Huh. Oh, we're hidden. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead.
Hello.
I'm gonna talk to Willow and give her the bear. Then we're gonna look and talk to him about what that was, what we just picked up. If it could help.
I like it up here. It reminds me of home.
Does it? You lived up in the mountains, huh? Yeah. I'd like to hear more about where you grew up, Willow.
The trees around Jacobstown remind me of home. You already know about the caravans, but hunting's a big thing in Klamath, too.
Hunting, huh?
Yeah, geckos mostly. That's why my dad taught me to shoot as soon as I could handle a weapon. He was looking to train us to be hunters.
Well, it's probably
He
wise.
didn't really like doing all the hunting for the motel himself, so he was looking for help from us kids. I didn't like hunting all the time, though. I preferred hanging out and working with my mom in the motel, so that was my job. Dad got his wish, though. 2 of my brothers really took to hunting. That's Sam and Dean.
I've never actually fired a weapon. Well, obviously being legally blind, it wouldn't be ideal, right? To have a blind guy handling a gun, but I still wouldn't mind trying it. I think that I wouldn't have a problem hitting a target that's 50, 20 feet away. That wouldn't be an issue. My concern, though, of course, would be what's back and beyond that person standing behind me. Because if you miss, you could obviously hit someone else that's back there, back beyond them. So, like, that would be a concern. But if I was just shooting at a target in a shooting range, like, I think I could do that. I wouldn't mind trying it. I think it'd be pretty cool to actually experience sometime. As for hunting, like, obviously, so I've never hunted, but I'm I have no issue with hunting. I think hunting, especially when it is for food, that's absolutely like if I was hungry and I had to hunt, then I would find a way to have to hunt. So I would do it. I mean, um, but I mean, and I also know that you have to do it to control populations and things. So like I'm not against hunting at all. And in this environment where it's people are fighting for survival, that's absolutely for sure. What about your other brothers?
Val's a doctor. Chuck's a caravan guard. And my little brother Bobby, he's probably running around still being useless most of the time.
Nah. Mhm. Um. Oh, okay, I got some gecko meat for you.
Thank you. How many do you have for me?
I got 10 pieces for you. All right.
Thanks. Hey, let's have gecko for dinner.
Yeah, you said you were hungry earlier. Okay. Oh, oh, see if this
Sure,
will lead
I don't mind.
for me a way to give her the bear. Hmm.
No, I'm good.
How do I give you the
It's
bear again?
beautiful up here, isn't it?
It is. Profession. Okay, so
Sure.
might have been about this. I have a special
You
present for
do?
you.
A present?
Yep.
I love presents.
Yeah, who doesn't love presents? All right, well, we'll give you got a couple of them we can give you. This is the one we just picked up, but we'll go with the older one that we have. He has a name. It's called Private Bear.
Ooh,
Looks like.
thanks. That is a quality collectible.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you like it. All right.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
You got it. More friendship. Okay, we'll see about doing the cybernetics with Tim, and then we'll call it a session. All right.
Is there something else I can do for you? What do you need?
Okay, let's see if I remember how to make it so my keyboard's not active. Yeah, right click. I don't know what that piece is that we just picked up. If it was something for the head, I think it is. Yep. We'll see what that does. Will the time slow down some more? Something we don't use, but yeah, I don't use it, man. Nah. If it did other things, because reported an altered perception of time, but nah. Back. See if we picked up any others though. No. I'm still not sure what this one does. It's something about stealthing, but like I've not seen any. Yeah, same thing about slowing down time. What for our legs? Same thing. All right, so nope, we're done. All right. Oh yeah, gotta back, control my controller back in use. So that's gonna do it for today's session. Although maybe to start out, next session we'll talk to Arcade, see if he says anything. Not we've spoken to our Enclave member here and see what if they have anything to say. But nevertheless, we got a new lead for him. Like I said, that's going to be a big one when we eventually tackle that bit. It was near the divide area, so we'll look and see where we can find it.
Some cons got cornered in the ruins of Boulder City, but the NCR let them go. That's unusual.
Yeah, it is unusual. That's crazy, man. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. If you
I
did,
hope
please hit the
Dr.
like
Henry
button.
can fix Rex.
That is definitely a hope, and that is something else we got to achieve. Is a lead for to get Rex some help. So we're gonna be needing to head back towards Novak. Got some adventures still ahead of us. Obviously, quite a bit to do, and I'm looking forward to it all. And we're gonna work here right now. In the next episode, we'll be doing that bit with
Howdy.
Lily and seeing what we could do to help out the doctor here, and go from there. And I thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to continue following Aaron Peaches' journey through the Fallout universe. I upload these every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I also have my spoiler-rich, heavily modded Let's Play of The Witcher 3 that goes up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, also at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I have my Mass Effect Legendary Edition, the whole trilogy, already complete. That's spoiler-rich and heavily modded. I have my Deus Ex Human Revolution Let's Play. That's very lightly modded and spoiler-rich as well if you're interested in both of those that are. Well, by the time this is being uploaded, the Deus Ex Human Revolution will have been completed as well. So check that out if you're
Dr.
interested.
Henry's an interesting
Thank you
guy.
so much
isn't he?
for joining me. Yeah, he seems like a really interesting dude. We're gonna get to know him even a little bit better in the next episode. I hope to catch you guys in that next one. Thank you so much for watching. Catch y'all around. Later.